How you doing?
Pretty good. Just got off work and just sitting in the office slash studio right now, going over some ideas. Got a video shoot next weekend, and
Cool.
that was spontaneous too. Not really spontaneous, but haven't had more than a few days to start planning for the video because it just found out it's being shot next weekend. So
Oh
it's
wow.
like, yeah, trying to. It's a country hip hop track called "Farm We Go." And yeah, spent some money getting it professionally mixed for me instead of me doing it and
Nice.
mastered. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty solid. So got the whole roping, kind of like a roping song in a way as well. It's a
Okay.
mix of a few different things, but I've been roping as a hobby, so it's
Really?
just been I spent a lot of my time doing that. So I've just been just talking about what I'm doing in life and music, and it just turns out to be more and more country. So I've been fading into
Oh,
country hip hop and finding my voice. So
what's the name? There's a band that merges hip hop and country, and I don't remember what the name of them is right off the bat. Are you thinking you might go that direction a little bit?
probably, yeah, because there's actually a handful of artists that are doing it, and some that have been on that grind for a while. Then there's some that are just starting to get into it. Like
Okay.
myself, I'd never really listened to country rap. I've heard of it, I thought it always sounded real cheesy and never listened to it. Well, this last, 2.5, 3 years, even both even shorter than that, been really kind of digging into it because I know I've been wanting to transition into that, but I don't listen to rap music. So it's
Really?
like, yeah, and that's the hard thing is like, I listen to country music and I listen to a whole bunch of stuff because I've DJed for years, so
Yeah.
the selection goes on forever. Classic rock, but like classic country is like some of my favorite. And so yeah, it's just weird because my strong points in rap, but I love singing country. So it's like trying to blend the two without sounding cheesy, which I always thought, and try to give it some sharp lyricism. And so yeah, Copenhagen in the pocket, on the work. I keep going in the dirt of my shirt, boots in the mud. Don't get, it's like
I don't
they
know,
got the
man.
eight.
That sounds like a top 10 track to me. If
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing right when it left my lips. I was about to write it down right now.
and I think a lot of it depends though too on who it is that's doing the music. I mean, you've been involved in music long enough now and have got so much stuff under your belt as far as that goes that I think that that'll be a good transition. It'll be interesting to see what's going to come of it. So does that mean that there's an album in the works, or you might?
No, no
Nope, just
album in
going
the
for a
works.
single. Okay.
Yeah, these singles been more beneficial for me. I think if I start going back to CDs, I just left it simple. Haven't burned anybody. I haven't burned a CD myself or sold anyone a CD myself in more than a couple years. Everyone asks,
Really?
people give me blank CDs, giving me. I'm like, you download on my website. You get Apple Music. You can get it wherever you want.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can get it for free on my website. You don't even need to pay for it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But I was like, just stream it, man. And people, like I said, give me blank CDs to burn me something. So I think I'm gonna pick up on a deal. There's only for a few more days from Disc Maker. $75 gets you 50 CDs, where it comes with a colored cover and printed on the CD. I'm thinking about just spending that money. And the people who keep asking for CD of my new stuff, kind of just give it to them
Oh
as a
yeah.
more of a personal thing, or some of my mailing list. But yeah,
Very
other
cool.
than that, man, just singles. And I'm been more. I haven't really dropped EP, but I like the idea of it because all my songs, my stages and walks in life are always like about 3 songs. Like 3 songs will just be all dark or something, and then that could be an EP, a cover just for those 3 songs I was filming. The next one are like 3 country songs would be, and 3 or 4 would be a little EP of just that vibe, that country hip hop vibe. And then, hey.
Hi, this is Jen Wood, and we are on the Groove Zone's Convos.
Ow! Rock and roll.
Oh, what is he?
He's a Australian cattle dog, so he's a blue heeler.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. How old?
He's about 12 weeks old, and as you see, chewing on stuff, headphones, this and that. He's a handful.
I'll bet. Those are amazing dogs. Oh my gosh. Wow, too cool. And what'd you name him? Aramis? Did you Aramis?
Yep, name's Aramis.
Okay, cool. I think that's funny what you said though about, you know, depending on what you've got going on as far as how it changes the music. So like you have a really good day or a really good week, and then the music gets kind of bright and boppy for a little while.
Yep.
Okay.
It switches up, and I think rolling in packs of 3 or 4, and then just drop an EP of vibe just to those 3 songs.
Yep.
And instead of albums, is just because I'm not pushing out enough content to push out 12, 13 songs a year anymore. So with just the full-time job and getting married and, 3 dogs and buying a house right now and stuff like that, that's just kind of all excuses, but still it just eats up a lot of time, man. So now I choose wisely what songs I work on and how I try to present them and market them. And
that's because you're maturing in the business, you know that?
Yeah, I could see some of that, but some of it is like, if it's hard not to stay burnt after working hard after a 40-hour week and try to get in the grind, say, okay, I only have an hour and a half this weekend to work on something. Do I want to clean the poop out of the yard, or do I want to sit in the closet? And do I want to force myself to write about something I'm uncomfortable with? Because usually I'm writing music, I dig down deep in something uncomfortable so someone can relate with me.
Right.
So sometimes you don't want to go in that room. You'll do anything before you go to that chair and that pen and that pad and start digging deep into your past, because you don't want to go there.
Right.
I got to do dishes. Oh, I got to do that. I just throw myself everywhere until I force myself to sit, rip some onion layers off, sit there, vibe for 30 minutes, try a little bit, throw the lyrics away, try a little bit, and all of a sudden I just tap into it, and it's like, bam. And then I get that urge, like, oh, now I can't stop. It's been 3 hours already, and I need to go.
Wow. I was just realizing, do you realize it's been over 2 years since our last interview? Actually, it's been over 2, because I got you I got you within the first couple of months when I was at Free Radio. So yeah, probably 2018. My
guess would be almost 2 years, because I think it was in Olympia when we stopped in for that tour.
You're right. Okay, yeah, you are right.
So I think it's probably just like a year and a half, maybe.
Actually, though, I think you guys were at Voyeur in April that year, if I remember right.
That sounds pretty close.
And you know what?
Right.
If that's the case, I know it wasn't last April, so that would be about 2 years. Wow.
Well, you are right. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So let me do a quick station ID real quick, and I'm only going to hang on to you for about 5-10 minutes or so, and then cut you loose. Thank you very much for putting a couple minutes aside for me today, though. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you a little bit about what we've got going on the 17th, but let me do a quick station ID. Hey guys, you are listening to the Groove Zone Network. This is DJ D Phoenix coming to you live out of Olympia, Washington. And on the line with me, I've got Leviticus out of Selah, Washington. And I'm hanging with Leviticus for a few. Hey, buddy.
How's it going, DJ Phoenix?
Ow!
DJ Phoenix.
Doing better now, man, that you put the D in there. How's COVID life, bro?
Oh, honestly, I can't say it didn't affect me or bother me, but I'm grateful because I've been employed through the whole time and creating some music with buddies the whole time. And I know a lot of people struggled, and it wasn't like that for everybody, but God's taken care of me, and I worked hard through it, kept my nose at the grindstone, and it paid off by keeping me afloat.
Good, 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 cool. What's the scene like back in Sela? Are they back up to normal running around again yet, or is it still masks and everything?
Well, they're kind of rebel town, so some places that the masks are not as much, but they're still playing by the rules. Some of them don't care. You can come in and eat, but it just depends which store you go to.
Right, right. I think it's kind of interesting, and we're not gonna fall too heavy on the political aspect of it, but I think it is interesting how this thing has attached itself to certain political areas. Like the Republican areas, they aren't doing too well right now. The numbers are really high. Those Democratic pockets, though, man, I'll tell you, they're back to phase 4 and doing life as usual. Interesting times, yeah.
I would say so, man. I'm kind of burnt out on the whole thing. It's like, I started to just pull my head out of it and just get back to work because I was getting too worked up over the small stuff I can't control. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep working no matter who my president is. I'm gonna lace up my boots and get to work and
Attaboy.
Try my hardest to be a faithful servant and let's roll.
Yep. And and I think that's probably gonna work better for people that go that
Rock and roll. Awesome.
Steve Barton.
Steve Barton, that's you.
Ira Bingber, that's
Ira
you.
Bingber, yes.
And we're on Convos with
DJ D Phoenix. Yes, you are, and thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay. One of the last things I want to do, and there again, guys, like I said a few minutes ago, you're listening to the Groove Zone Network. This is DJ D Phoenix hanging with Leviticus, an amazing rap artist out of Sela, Washington. Looking forward to, by the way, that track that we were talking about, what do you think? Another month or so before it drops?
Well, I got a good a revision of it. It's being edited as we speak, but I got about 90% of the completion of the track. I can even send it to you and get a sneak peek, and you guys can be the first to hear it before anyone else does.
I love that when you do that. Cool, you bet. I'd love to do that. The thing is too is that like right now, because the station is down, the network is still going, and the website, I believe I've got you on at least one of the playlists, so people are hearing Leviticus anytime they check out the website, which is kind of cool. So
appreciate that. Cool.
Anytime. Well, yeah, you keep making music and I'll keep promoting it. How's that?
Yeah, it sounds like a fair deal, man.
Cool.
Been promoting my stuff since the very beginning on Reverb Nation. Appreciate that as well.
Isn't it weird? I keep thinking back to one of our first conversations, and I know it had to have been early 2010s, if I remember right.
And you came across my stuff because I won a couple free credits on Reverb Nation to promote my music, and it was the first time I was gonna invest in seeing how to promote it, like pay to promote my page or whatever. And I did it. Didn't get many I don't feel like got a lot of conversions, but then you messaged me, and that's how you saw me supposedly, or met me first or heard about my music, then see me on an ad later. But I remember a Reverb Nation ad being in there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, and that's, which is kind of cool to see, like, even though life has come along and you've thrown us a couple of surprises in, and to see how far you've come in your career and what you've still got ahead of you. And I think that's just totally cool.
What's up? This is Tristan from Moon Fever, and you're watching the Groove Zone's Combos. Ouch! Rock either in the middle. So we're already off to a great start.
There again, guys, like I said a few minutes ago, you're listening to the Groove Zone Network. This is DJ D Phoenix hanging with Leviticus, an amazing rap artist out of Sela, Washington. Looking forward to, by the way, that track that we were talking about, what do you think? Another month or so before it drops?
Well, I got a good a revision of it. It's being edited as we speak, but I got about 90% of the completion of the track. I can even send it to you and get a sneak peek, and you guys can be the first to hear it before anyone else does.
I love that when you do that. Cool. You bet. I'd love to. I'd love to do that.